Hello and welcome to my channel Drive, Travel, Live. Today I am in Germany in a region called Essen, and currently I'm taking this video from Bischoffen, overlooking, as you can see over here, Aartalsee. It's a very nice place. You can hear the sounds of the cars passing. The roads are wet, so that's why you hear a lot of sound. Well, this basically is an introduction to this channel Drive, Travel, Live. As you can tell, I'm very anxious. I have been wanting to do this, to start this channel for a very long time. I think about 2 years, actually more. I had different names in my mind before, but a car is coming. Sorry, I had to stop there. But basically, where was I? As I was saying, I always wanted to start this channel, and I wrote on paper how I can do it, how shall I do it, what shall I talk about, and I found out that anxiety also was always building up because of that. So today I'm from Malta, and today I'm in Germany. I have been here for a few weeks now, and I will explain why I am saying this later. This morning I woke up, a normal day. Then I was in front of the mirror, talking to myself like I'm doing now to you, and I thought to myself, today I start. So no plans, nothing. Basically, well, it has been planned before, but it was spontaneous, and this is one of the reasons I am doing this channel. I want to show the real life, because unfortunately these days on TV especially we see a lot of rehearsing and made up TV, and this is my aim, to show the real life. Well, we'll talk about that in the future. So, Drive, Travel, Live. Why am I opening this channel, and why Drive, Travel, Live? I'm very passionate about driving, both cars and motorcycles. In fact, I am a car and motorcycle instructor, and basically we will be talking about, as since I'm a driving instructor, I have driver education as one of my passions. In fact, that's why I'm in here in Germany, because the way they drive here, I really like it. Again, we will talk about that maybe in this video, and maybe also in the future. So on the part of driving, we will be talking about how to drive in general, and also interesting subjects like why do certain countries drive on the left side on the road, and why do certain countries drive on the right side of the road. I come from Malta, as I said. I drive on the left side of the road, so the car is with a right-hand steering. In fact, the car is being used as a stand for the camera. And I have a right-hand drive vehicle, right-hand steering, sorry. And sometimes it's a bit awkward driving in a country that drives on the left-hand side. Sorry, on the right hand side, sorry. So I have a car on the right hand side, and In Germany, for example, where I am, they drive on the right hand side. We'll talk about interesting subjects like that. The driving part. My intention is, when I was very young, I used to count the cars I drove, and obviously then I stopped. By counting cars, I mean the different cars I drove. And recently I got in touch with this passion, and I thought about again doing this channel and driving interesting cars, reviewing them, what makes them different than other cars. So maybe this is where you come in help. If you have an interesting car, it could be a supercar, even if it's not a car, a truck, or I'm interested in that, because I like to experience a lot of things, and I believe that with every vehicle there is a story attached. In fact, this car I have here with me, which is my car, my only car at the moment, it's a car that I've owned from 2014. It's a Peugeot 207. I will explain more about it later, and the attachment I have with it, but also the detachment I have with it. And that's maybe the part of the channel where we speak, one of the things where we speak about life, how to enjoy the things you have but not be attached to them. Anyway, the travel part, how driving took me to travel and how travel took me to living a better life. So drive, travel, live. I never had the idea of traveling, but about I think it was 2010, about 9 years ago, I was seeing a psychologist that I will explain in the future about that in the life part, live part, sorry, and I never had the idea of even trying to go abroad for a holiday from Malta. One moment, the car is passing and you won't hear it. I love it here. They don't care what you're doing. By don't care, I mean they are not curious, so you can do what you want, sort of. Anyway, what I was saying is, I was talking with my psychologist about going for a holiday to get away from the problems for a moment, and he knew that I like driving because I was already a driving instructor back then. I was a driving instructor back in 2000 from 2009 till he said, why don't you go to Germany? They drive very, and he knew that I'm a professional in what I do, and this is one of the challenges for me doing this video, because I like to do everything professionally, but for what I'm doing right now, I think nothing is professional. But that's the point. That's the point of this channel, to see the raw, as they call in the video editing area, the raw footage. Anyway, another car is passing. It's a Prius. Cool. And he said, why don't you go to Germany? Go to Munich. He said, I go there several times. He said, you can rent a car for a good price. In fact, I will show you this later. I will show you this on a picture while I'm editing the video. In fact, I rented this Mercedes for, I believe it was about 400 euro back then. Before I left Malta for this holiday, for about 5 days I believe it was, my intention was to drive, because this was a way of getting away from myself. Again, I will explain more about that in the future. It's showing. And I had a friend. My intention to drive was to go from Munich to UK. Then instead of UK I went to Amsterdam. That's the beauty of driving, and combining it with traveling. You see a lot of places that you wouldn't otherwise see. For example, here, as I said, I've been for some weeks over here. You don't see any tourists, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to experience different places that you can go on tours, for example, and the freedom of waking up in the morning and going to different places. Liking somewhere, for example, here I was just passing and I saw this nice place. I said, this is a place where I could video. This was about 3 weeks ago, and here I am today. So that was partly a plan, and you experience these places, the freedom of it. You can stay here as much as you like. No one is telling you to come. You should go to the next place. Anyway, it's even very nice if you have a partner or family to do this touring, basically. And it's something I did a lot the past 9-10 years, and it changed my life completely. And I'm going to explain where my life changed completely. So over here I'm talking about the travel part and also the living part. It changed my life because before I left Malta to Munich, I had a friend, and he said, I know of a tunnel that's about 20 minutes. I think I have to research this. I think it's the longest tunnel in Europe at the moment. It's the Gotthard tunnel under Switzerland. So I left Munich. People are coming. I have to stop for a little bit. I'm going to enjoy the view in the meantime. I notice people here, they are a bit curious when they see a Maltese number plate. Anyway, they passed. This explains how shy I am for now to speak in front of people, but I'm finding it actually quite confident, and I'm enjoying it. So basically, I was saying, I left Munich. It was in the afternoon. By night, about 9-10, I arrived at the bottom of the Gotthard tunnel, and I stopped in a hotel over there because obviously I had to sleep, and it was in the night and I couldn't see anything. Obviously it was also snowing. It was my first experience in the snow. It was lovely, but anyway, and I wake up in the morning and I see a huge mountain, more than 2000 meters, I believe, on my left side from the window. I will be showing you this while editing, and another one on the right side. And my car parked, not my car, the car I rented parked at the bottom. And wow, that was the beginning of a very beautiful journey that is still going on, and that took me to this moment. And from then on, I didn't look back, and I kept always touring. As you can tell, since I was going to a psychologist, I had mental issues, and this really changed me, because all the beauty and nature in Switzerland, especially Switzerland, changed my life. Got me in touch with the real me, it gave me certain confidence and peace within. So it's raining, I have to stop very soon. I'm getting wet. But that's basically a bit of a summary and an introduction to what you will be seeing on this channel. I want to see where it takes me. I think it's going to be a very interesting journey with you together. Comment below what you think or what you want to see, or maybe if you have an interesting car. Yeah, get in touch with me. Maybe later on, I'm not sure, maybe I go to another place and show you a bit around my car and a bit of a story with it, or maybe I leave it to another video. So I stop over here and I say in German, which means goodbye, auf Wiedersehen.